But your first project, Street Certified, right?
Yeah, that was my very first project.
And what year was that?
Street Certified had to be, let me see, my homeboy was still living. Street Certified had to be 2008 or 9, 10-ish.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it had to be something like that. 8, 9, 10-ish. Don't get me, don't quote me on that, but it was somewhere along that timeline though. You know what I'm saying? It was early on. That was early on in my career. That was my first CD ever dropped, so that was early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on your first, your first project, you had Gucci Man, Deezy,
yeah,
Trick Trick, Stretch Money, Lodge Boys, Cash Out,
yeah,
Helluva, and a few more. That's impressive for a first project. CD. If you can tell me a story about how you met everybody and what process putting that tape, together was like.
Well, it was crazy. Like far as Helluva, you know what I'm saying? Helluva, my brother, you know what I'm saying? His brother got a baby by my sister.
Oh yeah?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Helly, my brother for real. You know what I'm saying? And I think one day I found a CD. Don't ask me how the hell I found a CD. This one CD was going back. People were stealing CDs, and somehow a CD got in my car, right? With some beats from Helluva on it. It's crazy. I popped that motherfucker in. I hear Helluva made this beat. I'm like, what in the fuck? So I end up liking the beat. So I end up having somebody get in touch with Helluva. The nigga like Helluva like, shit, I've been trying to get in touch with you. You know what I'm saying? Wooty woo. Yeah. I'm like, well, shit, this is beat I want, man. Just tell me how much I owe you for it. I was like, you don't owe me shit. That's your beat. Do what you want to do with that motherfucker, man. You got my blessing, whatever, everybody split. Ever since then, me and Helluva was doing business. Buying beats like a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what it was. Give me a beat. Here go this. Send me a beat. Send me a beat. Send me a beat. Yeah. And then that's how me and him got cool. As far as Deezy and Cash Out, they was like definitely one of the first people that gave me verses without me even having to pay anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I was at that time I was hot as hell in the streets with the music and shit. So it was fucking with me. And mind you, I wasn't doing no music. I was like in the streets anyway. You know what I'm saying? So niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas knew of me anyway, and I was just a solid nigga. You know what I'm saying? So niggas was like, fuck it, whatever you need from me, we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that happened. Trick Trick, same thing. You know what I'm saying? I was going to his club. He had Plan B at the time. I was coming to that motherfucker. I was a regular customer at that bitch. And we ended up just getting cool as hell. And
not to cut you off, but what's Plan B though?
Plan B is okay, so you know where what's the name of the damn club right now? It's called Trust now.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's called Trust, where they do the Sunday shit at.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's the old Plan B. But next to it, across behind it, in the what's the name was Club Envy. Orhals the boss had owned that and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was another club. But in the basement of Plan B, it was another club. Like them was all the clubs back in my era that was just banging like downtown at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I just was cool with all the owners, everybody that ran that bitch, and all the rap niggas that was hot at the time. You know what I'm saying? Lodge Boys, May West. You know what I'm saying? All them niggas. Like,
so that's how you kind of met everybody for real.
It was just one call. Like, hey, I need you on my shit. Hell yeah, come on, niggas pop up to the studio, we do shit, and it be that. It wasn't no money involved. It wasn't no gay ass politic and shit. It wasn't no goofy ass shit. Niggas was, you know what I'm saying? It was some real nigga shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
All right, but Gucci Man, he not from the city, so like that's big. Like you would say he was in his prime.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, Big Von at the time was my homeboy Symphony manager, and Symphony was producing for me at the time. So when I heard he was coming to the city, my brothers and them like, man, you need to get Gucci on your shit. And at the time, I wasn't no Gucci fan. I knew a lot of his songs and was like fucking with him, but it wasn't like, damn, I want to get a song with Gucci. You feel what I'm saying? So I told Von, like, what's up? When you think you get Gucci here? He was like, yeah. Next thing I know, the nigga Gucci knocking at the, like, we just sitting here, boom, 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 boom. Open the door, you open the door, nigga Gucci walking in with his security and my man Von and shit. And I asked him how much he wanted for a verse. He told me at the time. Now this sounds cheap. Well, how much you think he charged me for that verse at that time?
Shoot, probably 1,000, 1,200.
It was 3,500. But you got to remember, he was hot though. This nigga had. I'm trying to think the song he had out there.
But back then, shoot, like 1,200, $1,500 is like 35.
It's like, yeah. But that nigga Gucci was on fucking fire. But anyway, he charged me $3,500 for that motherfucker. I remember him coming in, his security checking the back door and everything, and trying to make sure nobody wasn't in that bitch. Yeah. He had a red mink on, shades. It wasn't even no Instagram or shit at this time, so I ain't got no kind of footage from this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I just remember everything vividly in my head and shit. And I remember he came in that bitch, he heard the beat, he was fucking with the beat, and that nigga went in that bitch, man, and freestyled that whole motherfucker. I ain't gonna even lie. Freestyled that whole bitch. Yep.
That's legendary.
Yeah, freestyle that whole bitch.
Man, that's crazy.
Yep.